features Trent McDuffie. He does more than cover and is now up to a 50-tackle season.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
Well, the nice thing about the NFL, Mike, is there's always next week. If you're coming off a good game, you got to put it to bed and come back and play well again. But in this case, things could not have gone much worse for this guy last week in that performance. So this game couldn't come fast enough. He said he had a great week of practice. He was able to put that behind him mentally and physically, and they're going to need him to play a lot better if they're going to come away today with a win.
They'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Like living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
When we sat down with him earlier in the week, Mike, as you would imagine, he wasn't exactly thrilled when we brought up the fact that he had 4 interceptions in last week's game. You could tell it was still on the top of his mind. He was still working to put it behind him. I think my biggest takeaway was just how excited he was to get back on the field and have a fresh start. And I think we want to see him get off to a fast start here early, get some easy completions, put last week behind him. If he can move forward and he can play to the level he's capable of, I think they're going to have a lot more success here in this one today. You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And he will get into the end zone. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, KC. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Jamal Agnew now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's putting together a remarkable season, currently leading the NFL in passing yards as we play here in the month of December. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one complete to Jordan. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. That is Chris Jones, the All-Pro, getting it done.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
The catch is made. It's Agnew. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball. Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can. Score.
In trouble, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and long. Now here comes the screen to Pierce.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and their running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And things starting to take shape here. 3 weeks left of the regular season. Teams making that final push for postseason berths. That's to the rookie first-round pick, Xavier Worthy. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Kelsey.
Well, we give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. They'll look to throw yet again. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Texans' 39-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming. and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this is going to remain a one-possession game.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, he's got Agnew. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Brian Cook there defensively to knock that one away. 3rd and 6. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Houston. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The Chiefs offense ready to get back to work. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. Gray is the motion man here. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 7-0 is our score. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. First and 10. They'll look to throw again. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. That's dropped off for Pacheco. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. And And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On comes the Chiefs punter. Back deep, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Texans offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Mechie, the man in motion. And here's the first carry for the power back, Dameon Pierce. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They send him right out of the slot. Pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. That's on the former 1st-round pick, Titus Howard. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket. When the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
Work to do following the sack. It is. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll get this complete. That's the tight end, Noah Gray. Here's 2nd and 2. Now the former Russian champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage on this play. They knock him back to the midfield stripe.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They'll look to throw. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
At the 31-yard line.
Here's a toss to Pacheco. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Jeff Okudah, former 3rd overall pick in the draft. They're on the tackle. 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1.
They put Kelce in motion. Open man, that's the tight end, Gray. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it to the right side. Hauled in by Kelce.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
He'll look to throw. That one intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Southern California. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Texans offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with Pierce. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. He'll stay on the ground with Pierce. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line. Now they'll set up to throw. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. That one, take it in. Take down. Touchdown, Texans. Greg, I love the precision on that play. Very little time, very confined space, and they come through with the touchdown.
And it's the accuracy of the throw, Mike, that protects his receiver. Everything down here near the goal line is so condensed. You understand you're going to be thrown into tight windows, but when you trust your quarterback to protect you with the ball placement, it gives you a lot more confidence going across the middle of the field, and in this case, pays off for a touchdown.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, it's the rookie Xavier Worthy. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Gray is the motion man here. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. What a year, catch number 95 on the season.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Now, faking the give. He connects with Gray on that one.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's over the middle and caught by Kelce. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
To the left side in the hands of Rice. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Butker now to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Chiefs will move out to a 14-7 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Agnew on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Texans offense and running back Dameon Pierce set to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end going right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This one complete to Jordan. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Mechie, the man in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. Great games galore here in Week 16, with a couple happening on Saturday. The second of which, Steelers and Ravens, the great rivalry at 4:30 Eastern Time. Out on the West Coast, more good stuff in the late afternoon as we'll be watching the game at SoFi Stadium. Well, it will be the Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in the second half. About to get started. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Throwing right, it's taken in. Remember, he had the touchdown catch from last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Henry TuoTuo.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll run straight ahead with Pierce. Good running inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one. It's good for a Texans first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. It's pulled in by the Chiefs. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Open man right side is Kelsey. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Texans' 37-yard line.
Here's a run with Hunt. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Okudah.
All right, Mike, at this point, am I allowed to call timeout? Because I would love to talk to both of these offenses. Listen, guys, ball security. Protecting the ball is the #1 rule in football. You got one side losing it on a fumble. The other side gives it right back with a pick. I mean, come on, guys. As an offensive guy, I want to see big plays. I want to see long drives, touchdowns. Not a game of hot potato bouncing the ball back and forth.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pierce. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Once again, it's Pierce. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Here comes 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The Texans getting all set to punt. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the high, or actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game, under pressure all game long, the secondary feasting on his passes. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he's going to take this one all the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Butker now for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs will take a 21-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Agnew on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. This one caught by Mechie. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Texans set to punt this one away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Chiefs offense make their way out to take over once more. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Now they'll set up to throw. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Back to the air one more time. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
That is caught by the tight end, Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. He'll look to throw. The catch is made. It's Agnew. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Now off the bootleg. He'll look to throw here. Open man left side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
No, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
Now Pierce. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Back to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
Pierce will get it on the zone read. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one. Here's a 3rd and 10. Mechie, the man in motion. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete. Justin Reed that time with the tight coverage and the good hands. 4th down, and on comes Ka'imi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal. This one from 47 yards out. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Hunt. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They put Kelsey in motion. There's that man again. Another catch. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They put Kelsey in motion. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And now here comes the punt team. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and take it. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Slot receiver headed right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him. And instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
3rd and long. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He completes this one to Mechie. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
2nd and a yard. Now someone up front moves early. Can't continue to make these mistakes if you're trying to mount a big comeback. They'll look to throw yet again. That'll be taken in by Pierce. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Texans.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to look for the home run ball. Trent McDuffie right there with the tight defensive coverage. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Here's Xavier Worthy and his Kansas City teammates getting set for their next possession. And as the season winds to a close, we show you some of the rookies in contention to be recognized as Offensive Rookie of the Year at NFL Honors during Super Bowl week. On the ground, this is Hunt, and he'll get about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker. Be friendly to the quarterback.
He's got his big tight end. Noah Gray. Touchdown, KC. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Here's Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Agnew on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And things starting to take shape here. 3 weeks left of the regular season. Teams making that final push for postseason berths. On the handoff, this is Pierce. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Dell motioning over. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Houston.
They'll throw out of the gun. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Chiefs' 47-yard line.
Right back to Dell. He's got it again. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Texans first down.
Now, faking the give. Quick throw, taken in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jamari Connor.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do. They are getting closer to win 11 on the season, playing their best football here late in the year. Going to start this drive with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
A handoff as they try to run it here. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. A handoff running left. It's Pacheco. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a give on the ground. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.